Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. Today is Easter Sunday, April 12th. I hope you guys, my wish for everybody is they at least talk to or Zoom in or Facebook Live, no, FaceTime. Some friends and family, text somebody that you hadn't talked to in a long time, and just with the idea of blessing them and touching base with them. Just got a text from Greg Thompson, a real good friend of mine out in Denver. I don't know, this time is made me think of a lot of people, and when you think about them, send them a text or call them or something, just to touch base with them. But we Zoomed with some of our kids and grandkids this morning. I did a big Facebook Live out the back of our old house, Unit 27, off the sunroom. Started out to be, I thought, just, a short little video, and I ended up leaving it on for 2 or 3 hours. He went to Walmart while it was running. And, I'm just trying to bless people with Lake Taneycomo and the birds. You could hear the birds and the crows. Crows were griping at an owl up in the big sycamore tree right outside the building. Just reminding them of God created all that for us, and really, more than anything in this time, I am seeking God, because I don't want to come out of this the same. I don't want to look back on this very, very strange time for all of us and think, well, that was just a bump in the road. I really desire for myself, anyhow, to come out on the other side of this different. Really seeking God and asking Him to reveal Himself more and more to me, because that's what He promises. Is if we seek Him, He shows up. He reveals Himself for those that seek Him. Anyhow, they are running 15,000 CFS. Yesterday they did something kind of funny, and I noticed it on my app. At 5 o'clock, for about 5 hours, they dropped the generation to 1 unit. They're running 3 now. So they cut it by 2/3, but the lake level didn't come down. And I know Blake was up here fishing, and he hasn't been in today. I can't believe he's not fishing. But I was going to ask him, did they open the other 5 gates to make up for that flow, or did they open the 5 gates that are open now? If they open them more, if so, I would think that we get a pretty good push of shad into the lake. Right now they're running 15,000 CFS. 1/4 of that is through the over the top spill gates. Yesterday for 5 hours, 3/4 of it was over the gates. So that's sucking through a lot more water, and I don't know. That's why I wanted to come up here and throw a white jig. See if these fish saw some shad. There's just so few people on the water, you can't ask anybody. Steve Dickey or anybody would have been up here fishing probably, and they're just, I know Dwayne fished this morning, I saw on his Facebook page. He got out pretty early because I was in the sunroom at 6:30. It was already kind of daylight, and he must have went up before I did, because I didn't see him before I got up. So I wanted to run this bank again. I've really had good luck catching some nice rainbows, but more than that, a couple days ago I hooked that big brown, and I really feel good about this bank. I think those browns are sitting in that slack water and they're picking off shad or whatever else comes by them, and that's kind of what I want to do. I've got 2 other rods that are rigged with sculpin and peach, and so if I break this off, I got actually another rod with white. So I was going to drop back here and see if I could catch one on the first cast in this eddy, but I'm going to move right on down. I'm not going to stay here very long. Lookout Island is just basically these trees, and there's a nice little gravel bar right here, and then it drops off. There's a little fish. Drops off into a hole right here. So, and I'm banking on catching a fish right off the edge there. Already missed one. Did not miss that one. This is really kind of cheating. You could probably spot lock here and catch them off this drop off all day long. And he's not very big, which is okay. In fact, he's hadn't been in the lake very long. I've been meaning to email or text Clint at the hatchery to ask him if they're still stocking. I assume they are, but they're not stocking at the state parks. I'll do that again. We were supposed to get a bunch of rain. Well, we got about a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch last night. We were supposed to get more rain earlier, but it missed us. Went north of us. And we're supposed to get more rain with the front that I missed another one. The front that's going to come through here in a couple hours, the cold front. Missed another one. Right below the boat. Yeah. But I don't think we're going to get much. It's mainly north of us is, Kansas City's getting pelted. We talked to one of Marsh's nephews in Denver, and they're getting snow. David said it was in the 70s there yesterday and snow today. That's pretty typical of Colorado. I'm going to go to the bank here in just a second. So it's places like this right here that you're going to find some fish. My boat's still out of the water, so I don't have my trolling motor with the spot lock. That's okay. I'm not really wanting to slow down a lot. I want to kind of zip through this area. Try to get done before the rain hits. Although I think it's not supposed to come for a couple hours. Table Rock's just about down to 918, which is only 3 feet above our pool. I don't think this rain is going to add a whole lot to either. Oh, I missed him. He's a pretty solid fish. I don't think the rain is going to add much at all to Table Rock or Beaver, so let's see if he's still. He probably felt my hook. We've been getting pretty good mayfly hatches here lately. Fish are kind of starting to come up and eat those bugs, which is kind of unusual. We have mayfly hatches this time of year. Usually the fish don't pay any attention to them. That was a little bit high. So they're catching a lot of smallmouth. Blake said he caught a lot of smallmouth up below the dam yesterday. And a walleye. No, 2 walleye. Blake said it was his first smallmouth he's ever caught in his life. That's pretty amazing. Of course, smallmouth, walleye, all those warm water species, they come from Table Rock. They come over the spill gates. A little rainbow. I'm going to try to stay here for just a little bit as long as I can. There's a lot of really good slack water behind this tree. This is where that spotlight comes in handy. And that was a terrible cast. I'm really tempted to switch colors. They're not going crazy. In fact, I am. I did better with the Sculpin and Ginger yesterday, or 2 days ago. So I got a Sculpin and Peach brown head, 1/8 ounce. Kind of surprised I'm not catching more smallmouth down here, because those fish will move down. And typically we will start catching them down here after the floodgates have been open for a while. They do like those sculpin. Get out of the tree. I saw him. He was right on the bank. I don't know how big he was, but I sure turned him. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's two. I gotta look at my hook. Hook's fine. I felt pretty solid too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little loop in my line. I'm gonna go back in that pocket. And a chaser, little rainbow. Yes. That was a good tap, but he's not real big. There's another good pocket I want to throw into. Oh, he's kind of wrapped around. Be a good rainbow and don't flop for a minute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, now I'm way too close. Ooh-wee. That's where I wanted to throw, right there. Nice little pocket. There was a nice little bite. Oh, terrible cast. I'm short. And I can hear some thunder in the background. And there was a bite. I was way out here. A little better fish, but not huge, I don't think. Yeah, he's a nice rainbow. I just keep looking at all the spots I'm missing when I'm finding a fish. He's fighting like a brown. Okay, I guess I'll have to put it over the trolling motor. Biggest fish so far. Could be my thumbnail fish, hopefully not. Good pocket. I don't like throwing up. I don't like throwing upstream, but I made an exception. I saw him come up and get that one too. Oh, this is that big eddy that I love to fish. Woo. It's fighting like a brown, but I don't think it is. Browns keep their nose down and they fight they fight, or a small, that's it, or a smallmouth does the same thing. And that's what he was. Oh! He did not land on his head, that's a good thing. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. New rod. This eddy is about 100 yards long, maybe a little less. It's got good water, a lot of fish in it. Oh, missed him. I hear the thunder. I think it's south of me. Oh, I quit on that cast. I'm just about out of my eddy. It's a nice rainbow. Oh well, I got 2 fish out of it. He's a chunk. Oh, and I said he was a chunk. That's a short, fat fish. What have you been eating there, buddy? Okay. Can't believe I hadn't lost a jig yet. Whew. Ooh, I'm bringing it out. Usually I just fish the eddy or a little bit more and I'd reel it right back in, but last couple fish, that was a bite and I was way out here. Good cast. There it is. Why did I even say that? I think I got it back. Sure I bent the hook. Bend it right back. Good bite. Never saw that bite. He's a little one. I think as Table Rock approaches 9/17, it really depends on what they do with beaver. If they start to dump beaver, if they open floodgates, right now they're not even running their 1 unit half the day. So they're not dropping beaver at all, but if they get table rock down to say 917, 916, here's a nice little eddy right here, then I would think that they would open floodgates and get rid of some water out of beaver. Ooh, about threw that one in the tree. Something's wrong with that. Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, we might see, well, they'll shut the gates here, I think. So we're down to 3 units. They might start dropping it to 2. Or 1. Until the next rain comes through. My 7-day forecast still says very, very little rain here. After this system passes, there's no rain forecasted. That was my last good eddy. Now I'm hitting little pockets. Like right below that tree. Testing. I heard some thunder again. Take that back. This is a really, I don't know what they call that rock. It's a huge rock that's sitting there. It does create a big eddy with this flow, so I was wrong about no more big eddies. I think it's below this one, there's not much. You hit that hard. These fish, they fool you. They feel pretty big and then they come up and then they're not very big. Okay, I'm in fast water now. Dogwoods are out in full bloom now. Just about down the narrows. I'm gonna cut this off before I even get. Sorry, I have the GoPro that does voice commands, and I said the word OFF and it went OFF. What was that? The reel's the reel was flipping. Not a fish, it's a snag. That's a good place to end. Happy Easter, everybody. Stay safe and have a blessed day. And we will see you again tomorrow. The crew will be back tomorrow. Not even sure who's working, but get Blake out here and a little fish. I'm surprised I hadn't seen him. Thanks for watching. See ya. Well, that one didn't last very long. One more. This has got a different color on. Oh, terrible cast. Yeah, it's a fish. First cast with a different color. think I better back out. I threw wide all the way down that bank. First cast with a sculpin and ginger, I hook a fish. And I think it's pretty big. Kinda. Not real big. Big enough. Might be a smallmouth. That's brown. I went back up and I drifted for a while, same bank, and caught a couple small ones, and I thought, I'm going to come back down here and throw a white against the left bank across from the resort, because I've been catching a lot of browns down here, drifting little shed baits and minnows like I did yesterday, and didn't get a bite all the way down the bank, and I just threw this. I broke off all three of my white jigs. So I threw one time with a sculpin and ginger. I'm right across the lake from the resort, and I hooked this fish. Hopefully I have enough. I think I have enough time on this GoPro. I'm just about out of space to get this beauty. Isn't that a nice fish? Beautiful brown. Ain't that a nice fish? Yeah. I'm gonna release him, turn around, and go home. So it's starting to sprinkle.